Have you ever felt stuck, like no matter how hard you push, you keep hitting the same wall? Maybe you've told yourself, this is just the way I am. I'll never get better. I know that feeling because I've been there too. But here's the truth. The difference between people who stay stuck and people who rise isn't talent, money, or luck. It's mindset. Today we're diving into how to build an unbreakable growth mindset, a way of thinking so strong that no setback, no failure, and no challenge can keep you down. And if you're on a journey to become your strongest, most focused self, you're in the right place. Consider subscribing so you never miss a step forward. The problem: fixed versus growth. Mindset. Let's start with a quick story. A friend of mine, we'll call him Ali, used to say, "I'm just bad at math. I'll never get it." He carried that belief for years, and every time he saw a difficult equation, he shut down before even trying. That's called a fixed mindset. The belief that your abilities are set in stone. You're either smart or not, talented or not, capable or not. Now compare that to someone like Maria. She wasn't naturally good at math either, but she believed she could learn. She struggled, yes. She failed plenty of times, but each failure was feedback. Over time, her effort compounded into mastery. That's the growth mindset, the belief that with effort, learning, and persistence, you can improve at almost anything. Takeaway: if you ever catch yourself saying, "I can't," or "I'm not good at this," pause and reframe it as, "I can't do this yet." That one word, "yet," is a bridge between who you are now and who you're becoming. Why building a growth mindset is hard now? Let's be real. It's not easy to flip a switch and suddenly believe in growth. Why? Because our brains are wired for comfort. We like certainty. We like being good at things. And when we fail, it hurts. Think of your brain like a rubber band. Stretching it, learning something new creates tension. And sometimes that tension feels uncomfortable, even painful. That's when most people quit. But here's the secret. That stretch is exactly where growth happens. Takeaway: the next time you feel resistance, instead of backing away, tell yourself, "This is my brain growing stronger." That shift turns discomfort into progress. The science of growth mindset. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, who pioneered the concept of growth mindset, found something fascinating. Students who believed intelligence could be developed, rather than fixed, performed better, enjoyed learning more, and were more resilient after failure. In another study, athletes who adopted a growth mindset trained harder and bounced back faster from injuries than those with fixed beliefs. Even in business, CEOs with growth mindsets built more innovative companies because they weren't afraid of experimenting or failing. Think about that. Your mindset literally influences your performance, your relationships, your success, even your health. And the best part? Mindset is a choice. You can train it like a muscle. My turning point. Let me share a personal moment. Years ago, I failed at something big. I had poured months into a project, and when it collapsed, I thought, "That's it. I'm not cut out for this." I remember sitting in my room, staring at the ceiling, feeling like I had wasted everything. But then I asked myself, what if this failure isn't the end, but the beginning? That was the first time I shifted from a fixed mindset, "I can't do this," to a growth mindset, "I can learn from this." And let me tell you, that shift didn't make the pain disappear, but it gave the pain a purpose. And when pain has a purpose, it transforms into fuel. Takeaway: reframe failure. Instead of "I failed," say, "I learned." Instead of "I'm not good enough," say, "I'm getting better." 5 core principles of a growth mindset. So how do you build an unbreakable growth mindset? Let's break it down into 5 principles. 1. Embrace challenges. Don't run from difficulty, lean into it. Example: if public speaking scares you, volunteer for that presentation. Action: this week, do one thing that scares you just a little. 2. Persist through setbacks. Failure isn't a full stop, it's a comma. Action: write down one recent setback and one lesson you can take from it. 3. Effort is growth fuel. Talent is overrated. Effort compounds. Action: Track your daily effort, not just outcomes. 5. Learn from feedback. Criticism isn't an attack, it's a mirror. Action. Ask someone you trust for one piece of constructive feedback this week. 5. Celebrate growth, not just results. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Action. At the end of today, write down one thing you did better than yesterday. Takeaway. Master these 5 principles, and your mindset becomes bulletproof. If this is speaking to you right now, if you're starting to see how powerful your mindset really is, hit that like button so YouTube knows to share this message with more people who need it. Overcoming common mindset traps. Let's talk about the traps that pull you back into a fixed mindset. 1. Comparison. You look at others and think, they're so far ahead. Remember, you're not running their race, you're running yours. 2. Perfectionism. You believe it has to be flawless, but perfection is the enemy of progress. Aim for better, not perfect. 3. Fear of judgment. You hold back because of what others might say. But here's the truth. Most people are too focused on their own lives to think about yours for long. Takeaway. When you catch yourself falling into these traps, pause and ask, am I choosing growth or fear right now? Visualization. Exercise. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself 1 year from now, waking up with energy, facing challenges head-on, not fearing failure, but using it. See yourself in a meeting, sharing your ideas confidently. See yourself handling setbacks with calm instead of panic. See yourself smiling because you know you're not stuck anymore. That version of you is not a fantasy. It's a product of the small choices you start making today. Takeaway. The growth mindset isn't about massive overnight change. It's about small, consistent shifts that compound into transformation. Micro habits that build a growth mindset. Here are 3 simple micro habits you can start today. 1. The yet rule. Every time you think, I can't do this, add yet. It rewires your brain to expect growth. 2. Failure journaling. At the end of each week, write down one failure and what you learned from it. Over time, failure becomes a friend, not a foe. 3. Celebrate one win daily, big or small. Did you speak up once today? Did you stick to your plan for 10 minutes? Celebrate it. Recognition reinforces growth. Takeaway. These habits may feel small, but remember, small hinges swing big doors. The long game, resilience plus patience. Let's face it, building a growth mindset takes time. It's not about hype or motivation that fades tomorrow. It's about rewiring how you think every single day. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you doubt yourself. That's normal. Growth isn't linear, it's messy. But if you keep going, if you stay committed, you'll wake up one day and realize the things that used to break you don't break you anymore because you built something unshakable inside. Takeaway, patience plus persistence is equal to progress. So here's my challenge to you. Today, write down one area of your life where you feel stuck. Then write one micro step you can take this week to move forward. That's it, one step. Because growth is not about giant leaps. It's about stacking small wins until you've built a mountain. Remember, you are not defined by your failures. You are defined by your capacity to learn, adapt, and rise again. You can build an unbreakable growth mindset. And once you do, there is no limit to what you can achieve. If this message resonated with you, subscribe for more weekly motivation, like this video to share the energy, and drop a comment below with one mindset shift you're committing to today. Because together, we're not just chasing success, we're building unstoppable growth.